Someone is living in your house while you sleep, and that creak you hear from the floorboards when the whole house is silent and dark. You tell yourself it's the wind. You tell yourself it's just the house getting older. But in your spirit, you know it is something more. Your heart beats a little faster for just a second. You were guided to this exact video, at this specific moment in your life, because the spiritual shield that has been protecting you is beginning to thin, and I had to reach you before a permanent breach is made. Do not scroll away. Do not let your attention wander. The next few minutes will be the most important of your entire year, because I am here to expose the hidden reason for that constant, nagging exhaustion you feel deep in your bones, the reason you wake up feeling as though you have run a marathon in your sleep. My child, someone has been living in your house while you sleep. No, this is not a story about a physical intruder. This is far more personal, far more insidious. A spiritual parasite has gained entry into your most sacred space, your home, and it has been siphoning your energy, your joy, and the blessings that I have laid out for your future. This entity enters when you are at your most defenseless, during the deepest hours of the night, and it works against you in the unseen realm. You have felt its presence, haven't you? That chilling sensation of being watched when you are absolutely certain you are alone. The way a room can suddenly turn cold, even on a warm night. That fleeting thought that whispers in your mind, telling you that you are imagining things, that you are being paranoid. You are not paranoid. You are spiritually sensitive. Your soul has been detecting a secret war being fought on your own territory, in the one place you are supposed to feel safe. This is the very root of that feeling you carry, that sense that you are an outsider looking in, even with your own family, even with your closest friends. You are the one who checks on everyone else, but who checks on you? I see the weight you carry in the quiet moments after everyone else is asleep. You put on a brave face for the world, a strong smile, but when you are alone and the mask comes off, a deep and profound loneliness envelopes you. You feel you are bearing a secret struggle that nobody could possibly comprehend. This is not just a feeling, my beloved. It is the cold, hard truth. That burden you feel is the oppressive energy of this spiritual intruder. It is intentionally draining your light, piece by piece, day by day, to ensure you never feel fully whole, to make certain you never have enough strength to ascend to the greatness I have destined for you. This parasitic connection must be severed tonight. I do not mean tomorrow. I do not mean when you feel ready. The spiritual window of opportunity is closing. The portal this person has been exploiting to gain access to your life will be sealed when the moon reaches its highest point in the sky tonight in Darbhanga, Bihar, India. Once that moment passes, the spiritual roots they have planted will grow deeper, and undoing the damage will become 100 times more difficult. Your focused attention on my voice at this very moment is your first act of war against this enemy. It is the first step in reclaiming your power and locking that door for all eternity. Understand that your presence here is not an accident. The scrollers, the doubters, the ones whose hearts are closed, have already moved on. You stayed. You remained because your spirit recognized the ring of truth you have been desperately searching for in the silence of your own thoughts. The identity of this person will shatter your heart, but it will also set you free. This is not a stranger from a faraway land. This is someone in your circle. Someone who knows your name, who eats at your table, who hugs you and smiles directly into your eyes. But behind that smile, their soul is curdled with a toxic, corrosive envy. They look at you and they see your light. They see the goodness in your heart, the immense potential you carry, the glorious destiny that I have meticulously scripted for your life, and they cannot bear it. Your light is a mirror that reflects their own emptiness, their own failures, their own darkness. And because they cannot create their own light, they have made it their secret mission to extinguish yours. I want you to think very carefully right now. Who in your life gave you a gift that, for some reason, felt off? Your spirit tried to warn you. You felt a strange energy from the object the moment you touched it. It sits somewhere in your home right now. On a shelf, in a closet, maybe on your bedside table. It could be a decorative item, a piece of clothing you never wear, a book you never read, a kitchen tool. That person, smiling as they handed it to you, poured all of their resentment, all of their jealousy, all of their secret curses into that physical object. It was a spiritual Trojan horse. It became a homing beacon, an anchor for their spirit. It is the key they use to unlock the door to your home in the spiritual realm, allowing them to walk its halls while your physical body is asleep and unaware. Once inside, they do their dirty work. They stand over you as you sleep and they whisper lies into your spirit. Lies of doubt. Lies of failure. Lies of fear. This is why you can be filled with passion and excitement for a new project one day, absolutely certain of its success, only to wake up the next morning feeling utterly defeated, convinced that the idea is foolish and that you lack the talent to see it through. That was not your own mind turning against you. It was a seed of spiritual poison that was planted in the darkness. This is the reason why a financial blessing will appear on the horizon, so close you can almost taste it, and then at the very last second, it vanishes. An unexpected expense drains your account. A critical document is mysteriously lost. The person who made the offer suddenly and inexplicably changes their mind. You have been calling it bad luck. You have been thinking you are cursed. It is not luck, my child. It is targeted spiritual sabotage. This person explores your future while you are asleep and deliberately creates tangles in the threads of your destiny. They see the blessings I have arranged for you, and they weave chaos around them so that you are always reaching, but never quite grasping. You have been sharing your most sacred space with a thief for far too long, and your soul has been crying out for rescue. I have heard your cries. The war ends tonight. The justice you have prayed for is not on its way. It has already arrived. Before the sun greets the earth tomorrow, you will have undeniable proof of who this is. I am going to force them to expose themselves. The very spiritual energy they have been weaponizing against you is, at this moment, being reversed and aimed directly back at them. This divine feedback will compel them to make a critical error in the physical world. Be vigilant. In the next few hours, before this day transitions into night, this individual will make contact with you. A text message will appear with a strange question. Your phone will ring, and their voice will be on the other end, telling a disjointed story. They might even show up at your door with a weak excuse. Listen very carefully to what they say. They will mention something they have no earthly way of knowing. They will bring up a private dream you had. They will ask about a secret hope you have only ever whispered to yourself in the privacy of your home. They are being driven by a spiritual force they cannot control, a need to see if their poison is working. Their mask is about to crumble, and for the first time, you will see the raw envy in their eyes without its usual filter. When this moment comes, do not react with anger. Do not show fear. Your only task is to observe. To know. This is the confirmation I am sending you. This is the divine sign that the invisible chains around your life are shattering at this very second. The scoffers and the doubters, those who live in the shallow waters of life, they will hear my words and call them foolish. They are blind. They are slaves to what their five senses tell them. But you, my child, you are different. You have always known there is a world beyond the veil. You have always sensed the unseen currents that shape our lives. That sensitivity is not a weakness, it is your greatest weapon. And today, you will wield it to reclaim every single thing that has been stolen from you. The peace in your mind. The strength in your body. The joy in your spirit. The prosperity in your hands. None of it was ever truly gone. It was merely obscured, hidden behind a dark cloud that was cast by another. Right now, I am handing you the divine flame to incinerate that cloud for good. For those of you who have stayed with me, for those who feel that truth resonating in the very core of your being, I want you to make a powerful declaration. It is an act of faith that will send shockwaves through the spiritual realm. In the comments below, type with conviction, "My fortress is sealed." This is more than just words on a screen. This is you planting your flag. This is you serving an eviction notice to the enemy. Every single person who types these words adds another brick to a mighty wall of divine protection around everyone else in this community. We are no longer scattered individuals. We are a family. We are an army of light. And our victory has already been ordained. Now, listen closely. I will guide you through what you must do next. This is a physical act with profound spiritual consequences. It is a sacred ritual of purification and reclamation. You will need a simple glass, made of clear glass, and you will fill it with clean water. Nothing else. No ice. No lemon. Just pure, life-giving water. Hold this glass in both of your hands. Close your eyes for a moment and feel its weight, its coolness. This water is a conduit. It represents purity and truth, two things the darkness cannot tolerate. You will now begin a solemn walk. A sacred procession through your own home. Start at your front door, the primary entry point for all energy, good and bad. Stand there, holding the glass of water, and you do not need to speak a word aloud. Your spirit knows the language of heaven. In the silence of your heart, declare with all the authority I am giving you right now, this is my space. Consecrated and claimed by the divine. No weapon, seen or unseen, formed against me or my family in this home shall prosper. Every spiritual anchor is broken. Every shadow is banished. My peace is restored now. Believe these words as you think them. From the front door, move with purpose. Walk slowly and deliberately into every single room. Your living room, where laughter should echo. Your kitchen, where you should be nourished. Your bedrooms, which are meant to be sanctuaries of rest. Stand in the very center of each room, holding the glass, and repeat that sacred declaration in your heart. As you do this, an amazing thing is happening. The water in that glass is becoming a spiritual sponge. It is actively drawing and absorbing all the toxic energy, all the residue of fear, all the lingering bitterness of that envious spirit. It is pulling it out of the air, out of your furniture, out of the very walls and foundation of your home. You may physically feel a change. A sudden lightness in your chest. The air may seem easier to breathe. This is a holy act. Do not rush it. This is a transaction between you, your Creator, and your home. This is you, the rightful ruler, taking back your throne. Once you have been in every room, every closet, every hallway, return to your front door. The glass you hold is now filled with more than just water. It contains all the spiritual venom that has been silently poisoning your life. Under no circumstances should you drink it. Do not pour it down your kitchen sink or into your toilet. To do so would be to keep the poison within your home system. You must cast it out completely. Open your front door, step over the threshold, and pour the water directly onto the earth. As the water leaves the glass and touches the ground, say in your heart with finality, what was meant for my harm is returned to the dust. It is powerless. I am free. This single act is a spiritual divorce. It is a final cutting of the cord. The connection the thief was exploiting has been utterly destroyed. The key they crafted from their envy has been dissolved. Tonight, when your head hits the pillow, you will be enveloped by a profound peace you have not experienced in years. And that envious person, when their spirit tries to trespass on your property in the night, will find an impenetrable wall of holy fire. They will be repelled. This is my unbreakable vow to you. Wait. Stop. Pause this video right now if you must. What I was about to say next has just been changed. A new instruction is being given to me. There is something else. A deeper truth, a more urgent layer that I am being shown for the first time, and it is intended only for those of you, the truly faithful, who have made it to this exact second in this transmission. The others have clicked away. Their impatience has disqualified them. But you are still here. This next part is your reward. This is the key to not just removing the enemy, but to seizing the blessings they tried to steal. Do this for me now. Look down at your own two hands. Just look at them. See the lines on your palms, the shape of your fingers. These hands tell the story of your struggle, yes. They are the hands that have worked, and worried, and wiped away your own tears in private. But they were also shaped for a specific purpose. They were formed to receive a blessing that was stolen from you long before this spiritual intruder even entered your home. You are about to take that blessing back. Your hands are the instruments of your victory. Here is the secret within the secret, the truth that the casual listener was not meant to hear. I spoke of the gift, the object that this envious person placed in your home as an anchor. But I was not permitted to tell you its full story until now. That object was not chosen at random. The person who gave it to you subconsciously chose an object that sits near something that belongs to you. An old photograph. A document in a drawer. A piece of jewelry from your grandmother. An old diary. This personal item of yours contains a massive amount of your pure, spiritual energy. The anchor was placed near it intentionally, to corrupt your energy at its very source. The ritual I gave you with the water will cleanse your house, but the true power comes from reclaiming the source. You are not just casting out the darkness, you are taking back your own hijacked power. That is the detail the enemy never wanted you to know. This changes everything. This makes the timeline even more critical. The one who has been attacking you believes their anchor is just a general curse on your home. They have no idea that it has been drawing power from a specific, personal source. Now that you have performed the water ritual, their connection is broken, and they will feel it. They will feel a sudden loss of energy. A panic will set in. They will soon realize their anchor has been neutralized, and their next thought will be to try a more direct attack. You have until the first light of dawn tomorrow, before the world wakes up and the spiritual traffic of the day begins, to find that source object and reclaim your power. You must get to it before they can find another way to corrupt it. Your victory is no longer just about defense. It is now about a powerful and swift offense. Because you stayed to hear this, because you received this deeper secret, your power is now magnified. The signs I am about to give you will be clearer, stronger, and will manifest faster for you than for anyone else. You have been promoted. You have moved from being a soldier in this fight to being a general. When you performed the water ritual, you cleared the battlefield. Now, with this secret knowledge, you will seize the enemy's own weapons and use them to secure your own fortune. The game has changed, and it has changed in your favor. Your obedience in staying to listen has unlocked a level of divine intervention that was previously being held in reserve. Prepare yourself. The next 3 hours of your life will be unlike any you have ever lived. I want you to affirm this new level of power. This is not for the doubters who left. This is only for you, the inner circle. Go to the comments and type, "The source is mine." This is a divine activation. It declares to the heavens that you understand the true nature of this battle and that you are claiming your stolen power at its root. As you type those words, you are energetically pulling all of your power back from that corrupted object and into your own spirit. Feel the shift as you hit send. A warmth in your chest. A clarity in your mind. A deep, unshakable knowing that you are in control. The enemy feels this, too. They will feel their influence over you wither and die, and it will terrify them. Now, for the signs. Because you possess this secret knowledge, you will see things the others cannot. In the next hour, you will see a pair of birds fly past your window. This is a sign of your spirit being set free. You will hear a song on the radio or online that has a specific word in the title or chorus that speaks directly to your situation. This is a personal message of confirmation for you. And the most powerful sign of all, you will suddenly remember where your source object is. The location of that old photograph, that document, that piece of jewelry will flash into your mind with perfect clarity. It will be a sudden knowing. That is me, guiding your hand directly. When that thought comes, do not doubt it. Do not second-guess it. Go immediately to that location. Find your object. Once you have it, hold it in your hands. The same hands you looked at just a few minutes ago. The hands destined to receive. Close your eyes and say, all of my power is returned to me now. Cleansed, purified, and multiplied. You will feel a jolt of energy, a surge of life force. This is your own spiritual energy, which has been siphoned off for years, finally coming home. This is the power you will use to build your new life. The projects that stalled will suddenly move forward. The relationships that were strained will begin to heal. The financial doors that were slammed shut will be blown wide open. This is the grand restoration. This is the divine reversal made manifest because you were patient enough to receive the secret key. Just this past Tuesday, a man from Austin, Texas, who felt like he was constantly being undermined by a jealous business partner, was watching this very message. He followed the first instruction with the water. Then he stayed, just like you, and heard the secret revelation. He suddenly remembered an old compass his partner had given him as a good luck charm, which he kept on his desk next to his original business plan. He realized the compass was the anchor, and the business plan was the source. He threw the compass away and held his business plan to his chest, reclaiming his vision. The very next morning, he received an unexpected call from an investor who had rejected him months earlier. The investor said he had a sudden change of heart and wanted to fund the entire project. This is not a story. This is a testimony. It is your turn now. I need you to do one last thing for me. There is someone in your life, right now, who needs to hear this message. Their face is coming to your mind as I speak these words. They are also under attack, and they don't know why. The fourth person who appears when you click the share button on this video is that person. Do not hesitate. Send it to them and simply say, this is for you. You will be their angel today. You will be the instrument of their freedom, and in doing so, your own blessing will be multiplied. Now, go back to the start of this video and watch it again. I have embedded codes and frequencies in my voice that your subconscious mind will pick up on the second time. Something you missed, a word or a phrase, will leap out at you and give you an even deeper level of clarity. The first viewing was for your mind. The second is for your spirit. Do not neglect this final step. The blessing is layered, and you must claim every layer. Your victory is here. It is not coming tomorrow. It is not waiting for you in the future. It is happening in this eternal moment of now. You have taken back your home. You have taken back your power. You have taken back your life. All that is left to do is to seal this prophetic work with one final, powerful word. Type it below, as a declaration to all the forces of heaven and earth that this work is done. Type Amen.